So, a couple weeks back, we had a conversation about cyberbullying,
Yes.
and I went off on a tangent, and I didn't clarify what I was going to say or what I meant.
Okay.
So, bullying sucks all the way around.
Facts.
I mean, I personally didn't have to really worry about bullying because, as you know, I have a twin brother, so we were always together. So if somebody tried to mess with one of us, they were actually messing with both of us, and it was a lot harder to try to bully two people rather than one and try to get away with it. So we were good. And then we actually used to stick up for the kids who got bullied
Yeah.
because what are you bullying people for? Like some sucker stuff. So whatever. We
Yeah.
were usually the
Anti-bully.
heroes.
Okay.
Yeah, anti-bullies.
Yeah. Bully the
I'll
bullies.
use anti-bullies. I like
Okay.
that. Exactly.
Got you.
No, we didn't bully the bullies.
Okay. But
We
you protected the people that weren't able to protect themselves.
Exactly.
Anti-bullies. Okay, we'll go with that.
Yeah. So, with that being said, I went off on a rant about the worst part about bullying is cyberbullying and how much and it's not even the bullying part that bothers me, it's the fact that they don't just turn off the computer because anyways, I don't want to go off on that rant again because I want to clarify all of it is wrong. So,
Facts.
the cyberbullying, everything is wrong, even the part where, you know what, shut off your computer, don't pay them no mind, and that's it. And then I went on to say, I will fight kids if they mess with my children. Now, fast forward to now. Heard a story about this 15-year-old boy who was cyberbullying this girl for 9 months. Just bullying her for no reason. So her father went and spoke to his father and was like, hey, this is what's happening. I need you to rectify this. Okay, fine. It continued to happen. So he said, you know what? After, I guess, 9 months, he was like, I'm going to go back and speak to the family. Didn't end up coming home because he was shot and killed. He was shot by the bully's older brother. So the bully's older brother was 20. And he shot the father, killed him. And then they went online to basically brag about, basically, we'll kill you. We killed him because
Yeah.
you understand what I'm saying.
I
It's
get it.
young kids trying to do things, being cool for clout.
Yeah.
You know what? I hate that word. But them trying to be cool for whatever
Social
they were
media.
trying to be cool
Yes,
for.
for other people.
And then they went on to say, oh, it's self-defense. But there's a recording of it where the father is separating them. So he's not even grabbing anybody. His hands are open, separating the two children from fighting.
Yeah.
And he was shot, and they said self-defense.
Yeah.
Who are you defending? So now it makes me think, you know what? I mean, I always knew it was something where I have to fear for my life. If I'm beating up a child, I know that their parents or somebody's going to come. I mean, I'm not going to literally beat up a child, but I will shake a child if they do whatever.
Hey, whoa. I think beat up sounds better than shake.
It did, but I mean, I said child as well. So
exactly,
I mean, like
that's why beat up
yeah.
sounds a lot better than shake. Like,
but yeah, that's it. So it's like, even when you're trying to protect your kids, you still have to worry because there are still stupid people out there who
stupid kids. Because 20 is grown legally, but they still have a child mentality, not understanding that his younger brother is an idiot, a punk, and all these other things where he needs to handle that rather than stick up for him and allow this bad behavior. But sorry, go ahead.
Oh, that's all I was getting at. So I mean, with that being like, what do you feel about it? Like, how do you feel? Like, what are your thoughts on it?
Okay, I'm enraged by it, to be honest. I heard the story. It's sad. It's sad that for one, somebody can be just cold-hearted. It's okay. Ignorant, stupid, bullying online. I don't understand it, but fine. I can allow that to being a child. Now, when it comes to violence, for no good reason, just violence because somebody is, well, I'll use the word intimidating, okay? Because we don't know the situation, but they might have been intimidated by the father at most. You know, he came over to say, hey, stop doing this. So they might have felt intimidated, because I will not say fear for your life. So intimidated by him. And you handle that by shooting. If you need a gun to handle someone talking to you, you are a weak person. I'll stand by that. You are a very weak person. And that's all these kids showed, that they're basically online gangsters, and when it comes to real life, they are so afraid of people that they rather kill them than to deal with them. So I'm disgusted by that whole situation. I feel sorry for the family. I feel, and the fact the fact that I don't know what the legal situation is going on, so I don't know if they actually ended up arresting or they will end up arresting, but I believe they should. I think they should, and I think they should arrest the 15-year-old as well, because it's one thing, you could say you did not know anything about the shooting and whatnot, but the taunting afterwards, I think should come with a cost. Uh, that's it's cold-hearted. You killed somebody's father, and you think, even again, I keep going back to this, even at 15 I knew better than that nonsense to write, we just killed her dad came over here and we killed him. Like, what kind of nonsense is that? Like, and like like it's just seriously the question of who raised them. Like, I'm pretty sure they can't be human. To be that cold-hearted, you cannot be human. And so it just disgusts me, and that's the best word I could say. Go ahead.
And my thing is, you must feel like a failure as a parent, knowing that this is what your children do. They came the first time and spoke to you about your son bullying a little girl,
Yeah.
and it wasn't rectified, it wasn't taken care of. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
And for it to go on for 9 more months, and now this is happening.
No, it's
I
sad.
don't know.
I really hope that the family gets some closure, to be honest, because now if the police let that go, whenever I have an issue, mind you, this happened in Texas, I believe. So in Texas, you're allowed to carry a gun. It's open carry, I believe, state. So if I have a problem, regardless of how old the person is, now if police say that it's a stand your ground type of thing or a self-defense type of thing, I am going to be ready. And all they're doing is allowing people to be nervous, and because I'm going to be fearing for my life. Even if my kids get into a fight at school, now I'm going to have to approach the school, the kids, the parents, with that in my mind, that if we even get into a yelling match, that I could lose my life. So I have to be aware of that, and I have to be willing to go somewhere with it, even if I wasn't before, due to the fact that these laws are allowing it. So I think it's horrible. I think that the decision of this case will determine a lot of situations in the future. Because as a parent, you're not going to allow your kid to just be picked on and hurt and for 9 months straight and not do anything. And then you have to think about, if you do something, you might lose your life, or worse than that, your kid could, if they approach this kid, might lose their life. So you have to be willing to counteract that the way that they're allowing people to fight. You can't bring a knife to a gunfight, so you can't bring words to a gunfight. And that's what really sucks at that point.